In this video, we're going to take a look at the Report Center. So I'm going to navigate to my Reports module and I'm going to click into the Report Center. And when I get in here, I'm going to see that there is several different tabs across the top, but it automatically brings me to my All Reports tab. So within All Reports, then I do have a drop down for my applications. So just the same as I have my application menu here, I have a drop down and I can look specifically at my projects module and the reports that are associated with that. So I can run reports from here. I can edit them. I can export them out. So let's say I want to run my P&L 6 months. I'm just going to hit that from the menu. It brings up the filter options that are on the report and the as of date. I'm going to run that as of 8/31 and say okay. When I get into the report, then like I mentioned previously, anything that is blue is drillable. So I can click in here to my construction income and it's going to bring up the GL detail for that. Also here on my All Reports, I have the option to do favorites. So I can favorite like my P&L 6 months, my profit and loss detail. And then if I have my reports favorited, they're going to appear here in my favorite section. So there also is an applications drop down for your favorites. So let's say you just wanted to see, maybe you have several reports that you favorited as part of the projects module. You can click projects and it's going to show you all the favorite ones that you have for that particular module. And then, like I said, you can edit the report from here. So for my P&L 6 months, if I hit edit, it's going to bring me into my financial report writer and I can go through the different tabs there and make changes to that. And you also have the option within more actions to process and store, view the audit trail, edit the schedule, edit or delete the report. So once a report has been memorized, it can be scheduled to go out. So I'm going to look at the Memorize tab now. And you'll remember from our last video that we memorized this weekly AP report, which was based off of, just that general ledger report. So I have the option now, because this is memorized, to create a schedule for it. So I'm going to edit schedule. Not going to put any filters on it. I've already done that when I memorized the report, but I'm going to say when I want this to start as of. So as of September 1st, I want to schedule this report to go out. And I want it to end after a number of occurrences. So let's say I wanted to do 52. I want it to run for a year and I'm going to do it every week for every 1 week. I mean, obviously, whatever you want to do, whatever makes sense for what you're trying to do is fine. If you don't want it to if you never want it to end, that's fine. If you want to put in particular end date, you can do that. How often do you want that to recur? So maybe you want it to go out every month and you want it every 1 month. And do you want it to just go out at the end of the month? You can also have that option. So you decide the schedule there, and then what delivery options do you want? So if you want it to be emailed out, you would click that. You do have to put in the email address, obviously, give it a subject, and what report type do you want that to be? Printable, Excel, CSV, text, or HTML, and you can also choose to put in a message and CC yourself. So you can also do store in Intacct, give it a description and it'll come up in your stored reports, or you can store it in the cloud if you have that set up. So if you have, we will get to this in another video, but if you have that set up, your options would come up here and then the path would default in from when you select that to store in cloud. So there are the options for scheduling a report to go out once it's been memorized. And then any reports that you have scheduled are going to appear in this scheduled tab. And you can edit that schedule as you need to. And then your option to view stored reports is here. And then for my reports, you also have a My Reports tab here. And this also can be sorted by application. And then you also have custom reports in your report center. And, your report center houses all of your reports, whether they're ICRW, custom, or financial. So it does tell you, if it's an ICRW report, it will indicate that it is an ICRW report. So that's your report center. lots of different tabs in there, but you can run directly from here. It's really just a matter of preference how people choose to go about running their reports. Some people only go into the report center. Some people like to do it from the menu. And then some people only use dashboards to run their reports. So it's really going to be a matter of preference for where you go to access those reports. But the report center does house all of them.